On May 5th, 2025, Summer Walker dropped a new music video called Spend It. It was on a glamorous set with a lot of opulence, and basically there were rich white men in the music video. Basically, the takeaway from this video was that Summer Walker is no longer looking for love. She's charging for it and demanding a tangible reward rather than respect, sentimental affection. And of course, you had a theme of old rich white men spending money on black women. And again, understanding the theme, it's just too difficult dealing with the so-called Pookies and Ray Rays because they don't have money and they break your heart. Why deal with them when you can go and deal with a white man who will give you everything that you need in life? Fast forward. On September 7th, 2025, Summer Walker attended the MTV Video Music Awards, and she was with a different guest, a date, and not her typical date that you may see her with past.
Come on.
Hi.
Tell me about your date here.
Oh, this is my special friend.
Okay, how special?
Mind your business.
How did you and Summer meet?
Mutual friend in LA.
How long you two been together, Summer?
Mind your business.
You look incredible.
Everybody was wondering, like, who is this white dude that don't nobody know anything about?
Damn!
And many of us started to ask this question.
From a hood YN to an old DB. I know she don't like them, fool. Is it the money?
From a hood YN to that guy? Yeah, that's right. And of course, I was wondering who the dude was too, but not before you got people on social media who had their commentary on the entire situation.
Historically, they are the most disrespected and overlooked, unprotected person in America. That's not just the Beyonce sample. That's not just Malcolm X saying it. That's something that I've seen. That's something that I've heard, okay? When in reality, all y'all want, all they want, excuse me, I don't mean to speak for you and put words in your mouth and correct me if I'm wrong. But all you want deep down is love, respect, adoration, protection, looking after. And that's what I saw. That's what I see happening in the pictures. And I just gotta say, you gotta be open and you gotta be ready and willing for however that shows up in your life,
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
But this dude is like, oh, you know, sometimes love just shows up in the right way. You never know. You got to be open to it. I'm like, man, bro, what are you talking about? Like, this is why I don't get, like, Summer Walker, everybody looks at Summer Walker as if she's a complete victim, as if she hasn't destroyed her own life, as if she doesn't market herself for those type of men, the London on the Tracks and the Little Meeches. These are the kind of men that she markets herself to. And so all of a sudden, when she attracts what she wants and it doesn't work out and she keeps a boyfriend for like 3 or 4 days, then all of a sudden you got to be open to the guys willing to deal with you. Obviously dealing with rich white men, since the black dudes don't appreciate you. And you're going to continue hearing this theme.
If you have not seen at the VMAs last night, Summer Walker, first and foremost, showed up channeling Pamela Anderson, okay? A Pamela Anderson look. With her little white sugar daddy. I was like, okay. She said, I'm sick of y'all talking about me. I'm sick of getting my heart broken. I'm sick of having these babies for these men. I'm sick of being over it again. I'm just so sick of these songs. I'm sick of this sadness. Like, I'm gonna go get that soft lifestyle. And you know what? She might be onto something. Y'all, like, I like this for her.
This lady is saying the same thing romantic music. Oh my God, I'm so happy for her. She's so tired of getting her heart broken, you know, dealing with dudes that don't care. And wait, there's more.
Baby, listen. After you done had your heart broke so many times and been in situations that you didn't deserve to be in or whatever or what so have you, you deserve somebody that's gonna make you happy.
She literally says, after you had your heart broken so many times and been in situations that you shouldn't or didn't have to be in, You deserve someone to make you happy. So, I thought that was interesting when I'm listening to this, right? Then I still had to go out and find out who James Neal is. And of course, this guy is not rich. James Neal is an actor. And who is James Neal as an actor? Wait for it. Damn! James Neal is gay, okay? James Neal is a homosexual man, all right? Now, it could be argued that he is, hold on. It could be argued that he is bisexual, but no, he has a boyfriend. He was one of the first gay men to run for, I think, senator or Congress in his state. Things like this. So basically what Summer Walker did was she hired this white guy to come out to be her date, kissing on her, basically doing all of these things to make you believe that a rich white man will come in and save a black woman from, whatever situation she's had, dealing with pookies and railways in the past. And, hey, we get a rich white guy that comes in and he seems like he's so happy to be with her and everything will go out as planned. And this is what a lot of women want to think. I mean, look at Sierra. Every woman wants a man that's like Russell Wilson. Not because they like him, I don't think, but it's just because, hey, this guy can come in and take care of me, and all the men that I were dealing with in my past, it's their fault. So because it's their fault, I can basically be treated like the queen that I need to be. And you never look at it that you are what you attract. In the case of Summer Walker, if you have been dealing with guys and having kids by men who are poor or broke and have bad attitudes or not doing well, good luck in getting a very rich white man to come in and say, I want to deal with that. And it's not that Summer Walker is it's not that Summer Walker isn't unattractive, or because she is. She's still very pretty. A rich white man or a rich man has so much opportunity anywhere in the world. Okay, in California, you have opportunities to do what? A whole lot of stuff. Okay, now if you guys don't believe me, you have opportunities anywhere in the world. All right, now I want you guys to understand what this is. Let's go back to Daily Beast. Now, James Neal, the guy we're talking about, he also basically was a writer for a blogger, right? A blogging site. Look at the description. Jim Neal is an author, entrepreneur, and social advocate. He was a runner-up in the 2008 U.S. Senate primary, North Carolina, and the second gay candidate in history for the Senate. He has been featured as a guest on CNBC, CBS, Fox, ABC, and NPR. Damn! So what does that really say? It says that in order for a so-called rich white man to be with you, you got to pay him. So Summer Walker is not getting tricked on. Summer Walker paid for those white men in the music video. She had to also pay for this guy to come through. Summer Walker is paying for men. And let me just tell you this. It's not uncommon for, black women to be in the presence of white men and charge for it. I've talked about it numerous times. There's been several guys that have talked about the fact that, when I go to a restaurant or work at a restaurant and I see black women with white men, they're paying. They're paying for the experience. They're paying for these guys to do X, Y, and Z. It's not uncommon to see that. All right. And in this case, Summer Walker, she's willing to pretend to have a white guy in her life because she knows one thing. Black women would love a story of a rich white man coming in and saving them from themselves. They would love that. All right. Because they believe they deserve that. But in the reality, if you have been dealing with guys who are not educated or guys who are poor or guys who have problems, why would a rich white guy just, forgive all his opportunity, come in, raise black kids and say, you know what, this is what I want to do? Again, you're not making much sense. All right. I'm not saying that a white man doesn't want to be with a black woman, but again, you have all these people so excited. You got all these people saying, hey, listen, girl, we feel good for you. Girl, we happy. Girl, we wish that you deserve better. Girl, she finally got a white dude. And basically what they're trying to say is, because black men are terrible. That's all they're saying. Black men don't have anything. White men see our worth. But the whole time, Summer Walker is paying for this guy. The whole entire time. Summer Walker is paying for this man. For this man to take her out in the public, fooling the whole world. So what does that say? If Summer Walker gotta pay an old white guy to be with her, what does that say about the majority of ladies in her same circumstance? That means you need to work on yourself. It means exactly that. Nobody's gonna come and save you for your situation. If you don't do something with yourself, if you don't take care of yourself, then guess what? You're gonna be out there doing bad. You're gonna be out there doing those down bad dudes, those broke dudes. You're gonna be out there along with them. Guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Studio Jackson. Back at it again. Episode of The Celebrity Drunk. Appreciate it for you. Do for the bell. We're out.